Good evening. Scottish rugby is in ruins tonight after this morning's humiliation at Murrayfield. It was a match the Scots thought could reverse the course of rugby history, but they were hopelessly outclassed as the All Blacks ran in 7 tries. Liam Giori reports.
It was the All Blacks making all the play. Scotland could only try and defend.
But Cooper still has a chance for Mark Ellis. A try on test debut for Mark Ellis.
The much vaunted Scottish line-out was being made to look ordinary by the All Blacks. Their ball-winning strategies clearly worked out. And what ball Scotland got was often more trouble than it was worth.
Wild tap on it. Nichols in trouble. Chalmers takes it over the line.
But a Gavin Hastings penalty was keeping Scotland in the game until Jeff Wilson got a fantastic pass from Frank Bunce.
Wilson clear, gets past Jordan, and a brilliant try for Jeff Wilson. It came out of nothing.
The All Blacks were giving Scotland a real rugby lesson.
Down the blind side they go. Fitzpatrick wants to straighten it. Finishes up 2 metres short. Now Forster up for Zinzan. Brook getting very close. Try.
For every try, Scotland was kicking a penalty, but the All Blacks were drawing away.
They're going to get a penalty if they don't get a try. Now Forster. Tuigamala. Try coming up for Frank Bunce, who started it.
The record books were being rewritten. The new caps were having a ball.
This could be another one for Jeff Wilson. Controls it and scores it. Ellis gets there. What's the touch judge say? Try Given.
But has anyone ever had a test debut like Jeff Wilson?
Again, it's number 3, Jeff Wilson.
And he kicked the conversion too.
Oh, goodness me.
And the ball's like a magnet today. I couldn't sort of keep away from it.
So the All Black record is intact. 88 years of tests with Scotland and never a loss. The only record today was the winning margin. Liam Giori, One Network News, Edinburgh.
Yes, 36 points, the biggest winning margin by the All Blacks against Scotland, scoring 7 tries, 5 of them from the Otago new boys, Wilson and Ellis. And there'll be a few milestones when the Kiwis face the French League side tomorrow in their final tour match. It's a special test for Gary Freeman and for a former teammate. Here's Cameron Bennett.
The gloom of the northern winter now well and truly descended on the medieval town of Carcassonne. Its unhurried townsfolk playing host to the Kiwis. For them, it's the final build-up of what's been a disappointing tour. Gary Freeman returning as captain and about to play for a New Zealand record 37th cap. His chance to equal the world record for tests played consecutively, though, lost when he was dropped for the 3rd test against Great Britain.
You know, I thought I still should have been there, but Howie had different ideas, and I've got to live by that. That was his decision, and I'm just going to make sure that my performance on Sunday is worthy for me holding my spot from now on.
Last-minute arrivals, Leeds-based Kevin Ero and Tony Kemp from Castleford. Their combined experience called in to shore up a less-than-settled Kiwi team. In nearby Lisignan, the French squad in their final pre-test training, debuting in the 2nd row, former uncapped Kiwi Mark Bourneville.
To me, it's sort of, as I'd say in French, a belle histoire that at the end of my career, at 30 sort of thing, I'm going to get the chance to play the test match that I always wanted to play as such.
Even though it's against the Kiwis?
Even though it's against the Kiwis.
All things considered, the Kiwis should end their European tour with a victory here, but the measure of their performance will be by how much. Cameron Bennett, One Network News, Carcassonne, France.
The Kiwi cricketers are facing a more determined South Australia on day 3 of their match in Adelaide. After declaring 118 runs ahead, there was some aggressive early batting from the South Australians. But Murphy Sewer soon made a breakthrough. Mark Haslam claimed blew it on 49.
That is out, caught back pad.
Then Sewer cleaned out Lehman. And just before tea, South Australia had pushed ahead to a 31-run lead. They'd lost another wicket. They now have 6 in hand. And Grant Waite's excelling in the final round of the Australian PGA Golf Champs in Sydney. He started the day 5 under par, but has picked up 4 shots in the 14 holes so far today to rocket up the leaderboard.
He's pretty cool when it comes down to it, so I wouldn't count him out.
And Waite is now just 1 shot behind leaders Ian Baker-Finch and John Morse. The rising stars of Kiwi tennis have just missed out on the World Youth title. The final against France all rested on last night's doubles in Wellington, but the defending champs were too strong for Scott Clark and Mark Nielsen.
So that is the first set. It goes the way of France, Olivier Moutis and Johan Poutron.
The French taking the first set and then comfortably wrapping up the title.
Well, there it is. It's all over in 1993. The NEC Youth World Cup has been won by France.
So 6-3, 6-4 in the doubles and a second cup win in a row for France. But there's still a firm Kiwi hold on the Whitbread Round the World race. New Zealand Endeavour is really powering away on the second leg to Fremantle. Mary Durham has that and other sporting highlights.
As the fleet heads deep into the Southern Ocean, only a few hundred miles north of the Antarctic pack ice, New Zealand Endeavour's stretched its lead to 69 miles over the Swiss Maxi Merit. Chris Dixon's Tokyo is fifth, more than 100 miles off the pace, and the other Kiwi boat Yamaha's even further back in eighth. And it'll be 2 years before former world sprint champion Katrin Kraber is back on track. Kraber and two of her German teammates have lost an appeal against their ban for steroid taking imposed last August. Leeds looked on their way to an upset at Tottenham today in the English Premier League.
It was a bit of a scuff shot, but it was enough.
Brian Dean opening the scoring, but controversy soon after.
Well, the goalkeeper's picked it up, and he's ruled that that is a back pass.
Darren Anderton sneaking in the equaliser.
There it is, and Leeds are shattered by a refereeing decision that they didn't agree with.
Mary Durham, One Network News.
And Manchester United beat Wimbledon 3-1. They're 11 points clear at the top of the table.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, we've seen the effects of the heavy rain around Wellington, but in fact it's been very wet everywhere.
Well, extremely wet, and would you believe Canterbury and Otago reported snow to low levels. So it was jolly cold in those parts, Timaru and Dunedin reaching just 8 degrees, 9 in Oamaru. Gisborne really out on its own today with 23, that's 4 above average. So on the satellite, lots of cloud overhead today associated with an active low, bringing the heavy rain. But out in the Tasman, you'll notice a nice clear patch. There is a ridge in there. That will push across the South Island tomorrow. Yep, there it is. That'll bring some fine weather. Our lows slipping offshore, but there'll be lots of damp air in its wake. Especially in the east of the North Island, there'll be rain there and some strong winds. Gales expected through Cook Strait. Elsewhere, quite showery with moderate to fresh winds. The afternoon looking a little drier all round. The odd shower, though, will still touch down, mostly here east of the main ranges and in the far north. As for your temperatures, they range from a cool 11 in Wellington City to 20 in Kaitaia. Now in the South Island, Butte morning to behold between Greymouth and Invercargill. Sun there, lots of it, and there might be some frosts in the interior, so prepare for those. Elsewhere, all this rain will ease. Marlborough, though, still quite wet during the morning, and you can see a little bit of snow falling around the Kaikoura's. But that will clear away mostly during the afternoon. You can see there'll be a few showers left there, and apart from some cloud along the eastern coastline and developing cloud here in the southwest, it'll be nice and fine. And you will be pleased to know it should be a bit warmer as well. Most temperatures around 13 degrees. So in the cities, a few showers start the week up north, those southwesters fresh. Tauranga and Rotorua gradually clearing. Hamilton and New Plymouth drier come afternoon, southeasters gusty in the latter. Occasional showers splash down in Wanganui and Palmerston North. Wellington and the Bay, wet and very windy first up, so please take it easy on the road to work. Rain clearing Nelson and Christchurch before lunch, we hope. Dunedin dry by afternoon. Invercargill, brilliant from dawn through till dusk. And good news for southerners, it should be fine in all districts on Tuesday, but you will notice that rain returns, albeit briefly, on both Wednesday and Friday. In the South Island, we're also expecting Wednesday and Friday to be the wettest days this week. Do enjoy it.
Gee, thanks, Penelope. Well, since we've been on air, a fire has broken out in one of this country's best-known buildings. Smoke started coming from the spire of Christchurch Cathedral shortly after 6. 6 fire engines are at the scene. At this stage, it's still not known how bad the fire is.
And that's One Network News on Sunday.
We'll certainly have details of that fire at 6 tomorrow evening. Anita McNaught is now here with Frontline. Good night.